4 tribes with unusual sexual traditions in Africa. The sex word has a variety of meanings for a lot of people. Some believe it to be a bottle of drink that should be presented to greet visitors, while others believe it to be a common game for adults or a sign of passionate love for lovers. However, there are a few tribes in Africa that may have pushed sexual traditions to an extreme and make them seem like the norm. In this video, I'll be showing you 4 of these tribes. And number 4 is the Wodabe tribe and their wife-stealing festival. In Niger, a country in northern Africa, there is a tribe of cattle herders known as Wodabe. The tribe spends the most of their time wandering, mostly in Niger, through the harsh Sahel Desert in tiny family groupings. They are also migrating in neighboring countries like Nigeria, Chad, the Central African Republic, and Cameroon. To people of the Wodabe tribe, September, towards the conclusion of the rainy season, is a significant event in their calendar because people get together to celebrate Gerawo. Gerawo is a festival of music and dancing that lasts for 7 days and nights. Provides the opportunity for them to reunite for a customary catch-up after months of walking over kilometers of dry desert. Its location is often maintained a highly guarded secret and only made public a few days before the event. Gerawo is perhaps the most stunning beauty pageant in the world among these people, and believed to be the most competitive than Miss Universe. This is because the music and dance competition is for the males of this tribe, who respect the tradition of openly snatching other people's wives. The Wodabes have an odd culture as well, where almost all men go about with a pocket mirror, spending time admiring their appearance and dressing up to make themselves seem sexually alluring to the opposite sex. In fact, it's really thought that no guy worth his salt should be seen without a pocket mirror. Isn't that odd? Interesting. The women of this tribe are free as well to have as many sexual partners as they choose before marriage. And marriage is always entered into at a very early age. Also, women enjoy complete control over their sexual fantasies, as unmarried females are free to engage in sexual affairs whenever and with whoever they want. During the Gerawo annual festival of music and dance, one of the notable events is the Yaki dance. Yaki represents the ultimate display of masculinity and strength. It is a sort of life in public intercourse that men and women do as part of a song and dance competition to determine who the tribe's sex god is. To demonstrate masculine superiority, several male participants are expected to compete in front of an audience and be assessed by 3 female judges while performing the sexual act. Can you imagine yourself watching this kind of act at the festival? Another notable event at this wife-stealing festival occurs when men dress ostentatiously, put on makeup, join up at some type of beauty contest. Guys dress mostly to impress the spouses of other guys, during this event. And what is common with this event? The whiteness of the eye, the strong straight bridge of the nose, the whiteness of the teeth are considered indicators of beauty in this culture. Actually, the purpose of the makeup is to draw attention of the opposite sex. The guys spend about 6 hours getting ready before the event starts, so they can dance and flaunt their skills. They use red clay to paint their faces, eyeliners to make their eyes seem whiter, and lipsticks that will also whiten their teeth. Additionally, they have white ostrich feathers in their hair that makes them seem taller. During this 7-day event, which often takes place in the neighborhood, the ladies choose males for their sexual delight. Men use peacock feathers and thick cosmetics to mask their identities while putting out their thing in front of women. When a woman observes a guy and taps him on the shoulder, it indicates that she loves what she sees. If the other man feels the same way, he's free to take the woman and have fun with her. Due to the polygamous nature of the tribe, wife theft is largely acceptable. Despite this, some men refuse to let their spouses attend the event because they don't want their wife to be taken. I believe that's the only possible way to stop the act, because if she ever gets out to the event and expresses her interest in any guy, she may never return home the same way. I trust you know what I'm saying. The third spot is the Imba tribe of Namibia. In northern Namibia, there are between 30,000 and 50,000 members of the Imba tribe, also known as Ovahimba. Some of the peasants of this tribe are highly religious and socially motivated, worshipping their ancient gods. Young girls are married off at an early age, and polygamy is largely encouraged. The majority of the Imba people are farmers and animal breeders who also collect firewood, prepare meals, serve them, and find fresh water. In addition, carrying water to the village, plastering homemade of mopane wood with a traditional mixture of red clay soil, gathering firewood, caring for the calabash vine, ensuring a steady supply of soured milk, cooking and serving meals, working as artisans, creating handcrafts, clothing and jewelry are all labor-intensive tasks that women and girls in the Imba tribe typically perform more frequently than men and boys do. The ladies and girls are also in charge of milking the goats and cows, while the primary responsibilities of the men include taking care of the livestock, farming, and herding, which often requires them to spend long stretches of time away from their families, butchering animals, building, and consulting with the local tribe leaders. All include some of their regular duties. Despite this warm tradition, the Imba tribe is known for the practice of freely offering sex as a sign of welcome and hospitality. As a visitor, you don't even need to be concerned about suppressing your sexual inclinations towards your friend's wife. All you need do is visit your friend, and I guess you will be living your fantasies for free. This is made possible because the Imba custom allows a man to surrender his wife for the sexual pleasure of his male visitors. Let me describe this procedure to you. In this tribe, a man would show his pleasure and gladness at meeting a guest by giving him the unique hospitality treatment called Okujepisa Omukazendu. In this treatment, the wife is given to the guest to spend the night with, while the husband spends the night in another room. The male must ask the lady to take her jewelry off one by one, and then must put them back on after the act. Isn't that like eating the icing of a cake and pretending not to have tasted anything? Interestingly, the Himba tribe welcomes tourists and foreigners in general, but will not permit any intrusion on their way of life. The complete subordination of married women to their husbands' demands is one notable tradition of the Himba society that stands out. For me, this is not only weird but extreme, as it elevates hospitality to a whole new level. Due to their harsh climate and scarcity of potable water, the people also have a habit of not bathing. Instead of bathing, taking a bath with water, the women take a smoke bath and apply aromatic resins to their skin because they believe that the color red represents dirt and blood and serves as protection for their skin from the scorching desert heat and bug bites. Despite all this, they look attractive without water baths and fantastic in their traditional clothing, though their dressing exposes a sensitive part of their bodies. However, that's just a part of their culture. Number 2 sport is breast ironing in Cameroon, Africa. Breast flattening, also known as breast ironing, is a cultural practice in which a pubescent girl's breast is pounded and massaged with hard or hot items in an effort to stop them from growing or being noticed. It was previously believed that this practice would improve a woman's breast milk and prevent breast cancer. However, the act is an early sex suppressive tradition typically carried out by a close female relative of the victim, traditionally a mother, grandmother, aunt, or female guardian who will claim to be trying to protect the girl from sexual harassment and rape, to prevent an early pregnancy that will damage the family's reputation, to stop the spread of STDs like HIV/AIDS, or to allow the girl to pursue education rather than being compelled into early marriage. The child often keeps quiet because she feels the practice is done for her own benefit. So majority of breast ironing cases involves young adolescent girls, often between the ages of 9 and 15, who live in communities that practice this act. The little girl and her mom keep breast ironing a close kept secret. However, some indicators that a young girl may have or be having her breast ironed include resistance to routine medical examination, unusual behaviors such as sadness, anxiety, anger, withdrawal after being away from school or college. Also, due to shame and anxiety, some girls may seek for assistance without completely and honestly disclosing the pertinent issue. In some cases, poor dressing habits and poor social behavior are among their peers. It is quite surprising that all 10 regions of Cameroon practice breast ironing, while while some instances have also been documented in Benin, Ivory Coast, Chad, Kenya, Togo, Zimbabwe, and Guinea-Bissau. Yet, critics of this practice have often pointed that young girls are exposed to serious health hazards because of the tools used during the breast ironing procedure, such as the spoon, brooms, stones, pestle, and breast band, are sometimes inadequate and poor aftercare. In addition, this early sex suppressive tradition hurts and compromises a young girl's bodily integrity. It puts females at risk for a wide range of illnesses, including cancer, itchiness, and milk discharge, infection, breast asymmetry, creased breast infections, high fever, tissue damage, and even the total loss of one or both breasts. According to international agencies on women and girl child rights, this kind of mutilation not only has harmful health effects for the children, but often fails to prevent young sexual behavior. The practice gravely compromises a child's physical health as well as their psychology and social development. Number 1 in this video is Bayankole tribe of Uganda. Do you know anything about the Bayankole tribe? Let me share with you an amazing fact regarding the marriage ceremonies of this intriguing African tribe. The Bayankole tribe in Uganda is becoming less popular in recent times because of the essential ways in which it prepares its women for marriage, which sets it apart from other African tribes. Marriage has a prominent place in this society because parents take great pride and happiness in their children's marriages. The custom in the Bayankole tribe does require an older aunt to help a younger girl become ready for family life when she's 8 or 9 years old. Her aunt teaches her all she needs to know about what it means to be a wife and a woman in general. In this tribe, it is the father's duty to find a partner for his son and pay the bride's price. Depending on his influence, the bride's price may contain a few cows, goats, and wine kegs. After the bride price is paid, the wedding planning process begins. Both a feast at the bride's home, where the groom's father will offer a bull as a sacrifice, and a feast at the groom's home are scheduled for the wedding day. However, there must first be one more customary ceremony in which the bride's aunt is required to carry out 2 tests. The Bayankole's tribe females members must be virgins in order to marry. Hence, each bride must take an anti-virginity test to confirm her virginity before the wedding. It is considered that if the bride passes the virginity test, then can she be truly considered on her way of sex. If a woman is found not to be a virgin before marriage, she will either be put to death or banished from the tribe. The second test before marriage involves the bride's aunt having sexual intercourse with the groom to gauge his sexual potency and skill. Shocking, right? That's not all. During this act, the aunt is expected to pay close attention to all his sexual skills, so she may counsel her niece on the groom's sexual preferences and styles. This practice is done to make it easier for the groom to satisfy her husband. In addition to the marriage customs, it's also customary for the aunt to watch when the couple is having their very first sex. This ancient practice may sound weird, but it shows how highly the Bayankole people regard virginity. I know so many things are running through your minds right now, but which of these do you consider the strangest of them all? Please like and comment your reactions. Subscribe and share this video. Thanks for watching.